Why are you interested in this opportunity?
Growing up, both of my parents were teachers by trade, and even though they both made career changes away from the classroom, they both used their education to influence our lives for how we viewed school as well as the world. I was fortunate enough to be a chaperone for our church's mission trip with the high school youth this summer, and after spending a week with them on a college campus, I really felt that the career that I'd had for the past 12 years is just really not what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. So I have been working in the school since August as an instructional assistant, and I have never felt so fulfilled in a job as I have in this one. There are a lot of kids that just have gaps that need to be filled, and they don't get whatever it is that they need at home. So by being a teacher, I feel that I can be that person that fills some of those needs on a daily basis by providing them with support. Maybe it's just a hug or, someone to listen to them.
What are your greatest strengths?
I think my greatest strength is, you know, just being a mom. I think that's the thing that would help me in a teaching position the most. My husband and I are raising two wonderful girls, and they are complete opposites some days. Just that has helped me understand, how different kids can be. They all need specialized things, to kind of get them through. No two personalities are alike. So this is where love, understanding, grace, and compassion come in to play. And while I have organizational skills and verbal and written skills from my years of being an administrative assistant, I have, an exceptional understanding of an IT equipment, Microsoft Office, things like that. I really think that my built-in need to help listen and challenge kids to excel is really what comes to mind when I think of my strengths. All of those apply the most to a teaching position, and I have to give that credit for those qualities to motherhood.
What are your greatest weaknesses?
Unfortunately, at this time, I don't hold a teaching degree, and that's my biggest weakness. So I have just finished my bachelor's in business administration, and I'll be starting an education program in the near future to close that gap. So I look forward to working through an education degree program, but until I get this completed, I need to make sure that I meet all the needs of the kids, testing requirements, all the other things that the position itself requires of me. So those are the things that I would, consider weaknesses at this time.
How would you respond to a team member who strongly objected to a proposal of yours?
So if I've got a team member that's objecting to a proposal, in a teaching position, would really like to set up some time to speak with them, understand what their objections are and why. So it's possible that, being new to something like this in a career field, that I don't have all the perspectives. So they've got years of experience. Maybe something that I've suggested might have a negative effect on, either the school or, if it's a child or whatever that thing is. Putting it in a different perspective and getting their insight is something that, would be very valuable, so that I could put up, a different proposal and potentially get it approved.
Tell me about a time when you encountered a difficult task. What did you do, and what was the result?
So in my previous position, I was in charge of creating, producing, and making sure all of the new hires had manuals that outlined setting up IT equipment, logging into Zoom meetings, and how to get in touch with IT if they had equipment issues. Due to the pandemic, we created a set of manuals in a week's time. That just really fulfilled an immediate need. Unfortunately, it was 42 pages long with pictures. These manuals were used for about 2 years before management decided they needed to be revised and simplified. We had 12 different manuals that needed to be updated, revised, and we were given about 2 weeks' time to do it before our next big new hire class was starting. Fortunately for me, I had a great team, so each one of us focused on a part of the manual to revise, and then we submitted it to management for approval. Once we had all of the updates and corrections done, approval was given, that one was a good final copy. We took the other 11 manuals and copied those adjustments over to them. So we simplified down from 42 pages to 15, including photos, and that saved us a significant amount of time. So my counterpart in California was able to make, a visual YouTube video for them that was a breakdown of those manuals for anybody that was really struggling. So it was a step-by-step process. And then we were able to cut our IT calls, by 80%. So previously we were making 3 days available to this new hire class, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, to address all of their IT issues, ship out replacement equipment, things of that nature. And we got it nailed down to just one. So we spent Monday on the phones addressing any troubleshooting issues, shipping out any replacement equipment. And that's what we had, was 3 days for the past 2 years, and now we've got it down to one. So it was a significant time savings, as well as it saved a lot of trees.
Why should we hire you for this position, fully knowing there are other applicants with similar backgrounds?
It takes somebody that just really has a special need to reach out to students and connect with them on both an academic and pastoral relationship. I'm confident that I'm the right person to join your teaching team, as I hope that my time as an instructional assistant has proven my dedication to the students, staff, and school. I have an enthusiastic passion for the field, and I will go above and beyond to meet the expectations of the position.
Do you have any questions for us today?
I do. Do you have a mentoring program for new teachers?
Yes, of course we do. We would pair you up with a teacher in the same grade for your first year, then we would reevaluate the need for a mentor going into year 2.
Great. Is there a set curriculum, or do teachers have input about the curriculum that they teach?
The school adopts a standard set curriculum that is chosen by a committee made up of teachers and other staff members.
That's good to know. Thank you. When you saw my background, what persuaded you to interview me?
We were impressed by your dedication for continuing your education, and we have also seen how much work you have put into being an instructional assistant.
Wow, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate the interview, and I hope to speak with you soon.